What we've got here is a burnt tooth. I hit a nail with this chain. It burnt the front of that tooth as you go from the gullet coming up. But anyway, the file won't cut it because the metal right there has been case hardened. It's been cooked. You can't really see it, but when you hit it with a file, you can tell it. So what I'm going to do is pull the chain and put it on a grinder. So I'm going to try and slowly cut back into that case hardened section with that ceramic blade to see if we can save that tooth. Maybe you can see when I go to file it, my file either rides up above the notch where it's hardened or it drops down below the notch where it's hardened. So one way or another, I got to cut that hardened spot out of there. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pop the chain, and next thing you see, it'll be inside the electric sharpener. Turn it a little bit more. The hard part of the lip is gone, so I'm going to keep going at it here. And if you get kind of bored of just sitting here watching all this, you can just zoom to the end and see whether I get it or not, right? Now this particular sharpener isn't a real good piece of precision machinery, and it's got slop in it. It's one of the reasons I don't use it too much. See how I can slide it sideways to touch that tooth? Or I can pull it away from the tooth. That's slop. You don't want that on a good sharpener. But I am taking that ridge out, and when I do it, I will end up gently sharpening that tooth. I currently don't have much of a curve taking place right here on the tooth. We'll work on that later. We're just trying to keep from getting too doggone hot. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I'm going to try and move this. Now, it's really hard for you to see. As you can see, we're getting there on the tooth, and I'm removing more metal quicker now, so I may have gotten past the glaze. Okay, we're back at it still. Now you're able to see the side of the tooth, and you're able to see I'm starting to put some shape back into the tooth. I just touched it to make sure it was cool enough to keep working on. And like I said, I'm not really trying to finish sharpen the tooth with this sharpener. That will all happen with the regular hand file. But yeah, we're getting our shape back. So I've not burnt the tooth. Now I'm actually just going to put my final shaping cut into it, where I catch the actual tooth and try and put some of the angle back in it out. It'll give us a good reference point. Okay, we're going to go ahead and shut that down. I'm going to set the file up there real quick. I'm going to run back on the side here. Make sure the bottom isn't burnt. The bottom isn't burnt. I think that's going to work. We'll put her on the saw. So once again, we're going to move things around. Next thing you'll see is it'll be back on the saw. And I know I should have it in my vise and be doing it with 2 hands and gloves and all that stuff. Almost there. I can start to see a little bit of debris coming up on the top of the tooth. So, is this tooth going to be a lot smaller than the rest of them? Absolutely. And eventually, the rest of them will catch it. Trying to make sure I get all the way to that point. As you can tell, it's a full chisel chain, and I'm using a round file instead of a double bevel. But bottom looks good. I think we about got her, folks. And what I'll do now is the rest of the chain needs to be sharpened anyway. So I'll go ahead and throw it in the vise and sharpen up the chain. But I guess that pretty well does it. We've saved that burnt tooth. We've taken care of that burnt spot on that one bed cutter, and we've sharpened up all the cutters on the right side. Now we're going to take care of the cutters on the left side. All we're going to do is just one. Pop him out right now. And when I say one, I mean one on camera. Okay, that pretty well takes care of that. All right, and then we'll mark that tooth. There we go. What'll happen is this will drag this around. Finish taking care of the rest of them, then we'll go out and do some cutting with it. Be all set. And keep in mind, the actual repair on the tooth only took about 5 minutes. It isn't like a whole bunch of time was invested in saving that one tooth. Okay, what we've done is got that tooth repaired, put her all back on the chainsaw. Gonna get this test cut done kind of quick. It's 20-some degrees out here. And we'll hop back inside and have a nice coffee, huh? Everything's fine. I think it's all set and ready to go back to work now. And thank you for watching. Well, when you go to pick them up, you know, they bust, right? But there's a 3/4 inch there, so the chips are doing fine now. Everything's hunky-dory.